Alright guys, so this week we are back on this BMW E36 and we've got a lot of work to do amongst other things, but this is the week where we are going to be focusing on finishing up the lightweight conversion and obviously finishing up the fuel lines. We're completely redoing the whole fuel system on this car, not the pumps but the lines in particular, because this car runs on ethanol. So this car uses M3 throttle bodies, E36 M3 throttle bodies, and we have modified the line to accept AN fittings on the return and then on the supply, so that we can run solid aluminium lines and then obviously convert it to AN fittings. We also converted the surge tank to use AN fittings, and then we're going to get rid of this bird's nest of horrors so that it can run on AN fittings and proper Teflon lines. So for that we have this 8mm, I think it's 8mm, it's dash 8, sorry not 8mm, dash 8 solid aluminium line, and then for the return we have this dash 6 aluminium hard line. So this will be going under the car, that's all going under the car, and then we have a plethora of fittings, fuel pump, housing. This is for that the fitting coming out of the surge tank. So just a lot of stuff that we've got to get through, and we have to install bulkhead fittings, etc, etc. So there's a lot of work ahead of us. Let's get to it. All right, so I'm gonna run this alley line, just straighten out this aluminium solid line here, and I'm just gonna stick it up in the section where it goes into the engine bay and give it quite a bit of play there. I'm just gonna kind of temporarily run this like in its temporary position, in a temporary position, and I'll show you now. I've kind of put a lot of extra length on the bonnet side just so that I can manipulate it the way I need. Now I bought a pipe bender, one of those handheld ones, but this AN8 line is a bit too big for it, so I need to get something around. I have a piece of wood. I'm going to try and use this to create a radius. Works nicely. That worked nicely. All these things are coming off. It's going up into the engine bay. Kind of made that bend here. It's almost like a 45. And then it runs down the chassis of the car up until here. So I've now cut it off. So what we're going to do is go through the body over here. And so I'm going to drill 2 holes from the top, and then we'll send it through the body. The one will be for the AN6, which is return, and the one is AN8, which is supply. Alright, so we're going to bend the pipe now. This is now going to go into the cabin. There we go. It's a nice 90. Look at that. And that'll go into the car. There we go. Like a glove. Oh, it's tight like a tiger. Alright, so we're just trying to get this hose small enough so that the fitting and the ferrule goes on nicely. And the hose has been ovalized a little bit, so we're going to have to also purge these lines. Alright, so it's a new day and we are busy with the lines. So we've done the hard lines in the bottom. What we are doing now is we are running the flexi hose. So we've taken out all the old rubber lines. We're running this this fuel filter, which can be cleaned. We've got the surge tank mounted, and now we're just going through the motions of running the soft lines. We'll get all of that stuff in, and then I'll kind of take you through how the system works and whatever. So from here it's just a matter of running the lines, connecting them, making them up. You'll see we have the 2 lines coming through the chassis, and they're going to come over here. AN8 is supply, AN8 is supply, AN6 is return. So there is a pump in the tank. This specific tank doesn't have 2 pumps, so the pump is that side. This line we're running now is the supply to the surge tank. We have this AEM high pressure fuel pump that's basically going to be fed from the bottom of the surge tank through here, and then it'll pump through this high pressure filter and then go through this AN8 line, which will be a soft line, and it'll run to here, which goes through the hard line basically to the front of the engine. So we still have to connect and run those lines. We've mounted the fuel pressure regulator, so that's going to be on the return line. They had that mounted in a really weird place before, but anyway, so at this stage it's just a lot of that kind of stuff. And so we're just going to run all the lines, and once all of that is done, I'll kind of take you through what we've done with the weight reduction. So I'm going to write, so this is surge tank supply. You get the picture. Alright, so that we're going to leave there for now, and then we'll just start running all the other lines.
Many hours later.
We've done everything. We've had a mega day, and we've got everything in. So that means fuel pump it's an AM fuel pump is mounted, AN12 line, the scavenge line from the surge tank is mounted, all of the return lines and the supply line is in. There's a whole bunch of lines here basically. That's all done. All of the AN fittings on the new fuel system are in. It's a bit of a mess back there, but we're going to close this whole section off with alley plate. Fuel line on that side is in. We had an electrical issue, but we figured that out. The fuel pressure regulator is in. It runs, it gets 5 bar. So you'll notice all the pipes and everything, that's kind of for the new intake system. So what I've done is I've removed the single flexible section on this M3 airbox, because that's only a 90, and I've put 2 76s in, so that takes it to like 150 something, 152 I think. But anyway, then I'm going to run this flexi hose, and we've got a 3D printed headlight cover that we're going to use. We've also taken this light out as part of the weight reduction, and we're going to run a fiberglass cover here. So we don't have that in at the moment, but what we're going to do is we're going to weigh this puppy now to see where did we get to. I actually need to go and look up on my video to see what it weighed, but it was like in the 1200s, I think. First things first, we'll turn on the scales, zero the scales out, and let's drop it down. Make sure she's completely off. Yep, she's completely off. So it has, how many liters of fuel? 40 liters of ethanol. And let's have a look quickly. I haven't seen the number. So let's have a look. How much did she weigh? 1200 kilograms. That's how much it weighed. So, well, I'm actually quite surprised. So we took all of the glass out. We took the window winder out on that side. All of the glass. We're now in plastic everywhere. Plastic on the back. We've taken the bumper stiffener out. We've taken this whole massive steel piece out here. So guys, this is what we saved in total. It was 1200 kilos before, it is now 1149. 50 kilos total weight saving. It's it's less than I wanted, but it's still 50 kilos, so there is that. Yeah, it's a bit of a heavy car. I don't know why it is so heavy. It does have the 18s. Mine has the 17s. There's that. It's got the M3 suspension. So that means the brake calipers, the control arm, so that makes sense. It has the M3 6-speed box, so there's that. It is an all-alloy M54B30, but it does have the M3 throttle bodies with that cast aluminium airbox, which is also quite heavy. So it does actually make sense. You know, my car is still in the 328 suspension setup, and so all that good stuff. So yep, I guess that is what it is. But it's been one hell of a journey with this thing already. So the fuel system is done. It's all good except for the surge tank that is leaking. So we're going to call it a wrap for this episode, and then we'll get to the rest of it next time. Thanks for watching. Ciao.